welcome to another video. If you haven't been here before, my name is Georgia Jo and this is my channel where I talk all things books. Welcome to day one of Bookmas. I'm very excited. I did have a plan to get like nice and dressed up and have a very Christmassy outfit on, but it is so cold that I don't want to get out of my snudder. So I'm staying in this. I thought I was nearly not going to film and just wait until I get a bit warmer or whatever, but I thought just it's not the end of the world, you know. You don't need to go all out. It's the 1st of December. It's actually, as I'm filming this, still in November, so but yeah, I thought today I would go through my December TBR. So I did a end of year TBR not that long ago, so this one really is just gonna be the Christmas books I want to get read this month. I actually have quite a few Christmas books that I haven't read. I feel like I bought quite a few last year and ended up being unwell for a lot of December, so I wasn't reading a lot, so I've just got a bit of a backlog. So I'd like to try and get all of them read really this year so that I don't, you know, have a load of Christmas books on my TBR. You know, I want to get them all read. So yeah, let's just get into it. Okay, so the first book we've got is the Winter Spirits and it's by all different authors. It's Ghostly Tales for Frosty Nights. I think it's a load of short stories by, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different authors, I think. So the tradition of a haunted tale at Christmas has flourished across the centuries. These 12 stories by some of today's most loved and lauded authors of gothic fiction are all centred around the festive season, boldly and playfully reimagining a beloved tradition for a modern audience. Taking you from a haunted Tuscan villa to a remote Scottish island with a terrible secret to a theatre where unimaginable horrors are set to unfold, these vibrant ghost stories will serve as your ultimate companion to frosty nights. So curl up, light a candle and fall under the spell of winter's past. I'm excited to read this one. I do quite like a short story, so hopefully it's going to be good. All, obviously, by the sounds of it, all different types of ones in there, but they're all a little bit creepy, I guess, on the sort of horror side, I suppose. So yeah, looking forward to reading that one. Also, beautiful book. Looking forward to getting into it. Okay, next up we have got The Christmas Murder Game by Alexandra Benedict. I'm assuming this is going to be a bit like a whodunit sort of murder mystery, you know. It says 12 clues, 12 keys, 12 days of Christmas, but who will survive until 12th night? Lily Armitage is lured back to her grand family home, Endgame House, after receiving an enigmatic letter from her aunt urging her to take part in an annual tradition, the Christmas game. The challenge: solve 12 clues to find 12 keys. The prize: the deeds to the manor house. That reminds me a little bit of inheritance games, but set at Christmas. But I guess is someone gonna die? Maybe it's not gonna be a murder mystery. It's more just, oh no, yeah. If a classic festive murder mystery rings your jingle bells, and settle back in your armchair and enjoy a brilliant claustrophobic crime caper. Claustrophobic. It says Lily has no desire to return to the place where her mother died 21 Christmases ago, but her aunt makes a promise. The clues will also reveal her killer. Desperate for the truth, Lily starts to unravel the riddles alongside her estranged cousins. However, it quickly becomes clear that each has their own reasons for wanting the house, and not all of them are playing fair. Okay, so it is a bit of a murder mystery, but someone's not just been murdered in the house, you know? Yeah. I'm looking forward to that one. I feel like it's going to be one that, like, maybe a little bit slow at the beginning, but then grips you, you know, and you just don't want to put it down. Hopefully it's a good one. Next we have, I think this is more of a romance, Just for Christmas by Scarlett Bailey. I have read a couple of Christmas romances last year, but I think I read them all on my Kindle. So this says, dogs, family, true love. There are some things that aren't just for Christmas. Her best friend's wedding. When Alex Monroe learns that the love of her life is getting married to another girl, all she wants is to be alone and as far away from Edinburgh as possible. Moving to a Cornish cottage which comes complete with the world's scruffiest dog, Alex finds her new neighbours are determined to involve her in their madcap Christmas festivities. Then she meets her sexy neighbour Ruan and somehow Alex doesn't want to be alone this Christmas after all. But having lost one fiance, Ruan has no intentions of letting anyone get close to him again. Ooh, funny, romantic, and the perfect book to snuggle up with. A delicious Christmas read. There are 2 reviews. So I think it's just going to be a very typical romance, you know. They both got their issues, they're not looking for something, and then they fall in love. That's my assumptions for this one. But sometimes that's exactly what you need, a nice little romance. Speaking of, next up we've got Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey. I don't have massive high hopes for this. I'm not a massive Tessa Bailey fan. I have read a couple of her books, but I'm not, you know, I like Tessa Bailey. I think she seems really funny on like her TikToks and stuff, but her books just aren't necessarily, I'm just not the target audience for them, I don't think. So it says, 2 weeks before Christmas and all through Manhattan, shop windows are decorated in red and green satin. I'm standing alone in front of the famous Vivint department store when a charming man named Aidan asked my opinion of the decor. Oh, it all rhymes. The whole blurb rhymes. It's a tragedy in tinsel, I say, unable to lie. He asked for a better idea with a twinkle in his eye. Did I know he owned the place? No, he put me on the spot. Now I'm working for that man, trying to ignore that he's hot. But as a down-on-her-luck girl with a difficult past, I know an opportunity when I see one, and I have to make it last. I'll put my heart and soul into dressing his holiday windows. I'll work without stopping, and when we lose the battle with temptation, I'll try and remember I'm just window shopping. Very cute. It's quite a small book as well, so it might just be a nice little romance, you know, where it sounds like a sort of workplace romance. She gets hired by him and then they end up getting together. That kind of thing. So yeah, this one looks probably the most Christmassy. I don't know why, it just looks really cute. Next up, we've got Murder on the Christmas Express by Alexandra Benedict. So this is the same author as the Christmas Murder Game. This one I'm pretty sure is going to be a murder mystery. Like, what's that film called? Glass Knives, is it called? Or Something Onions? I can't remember. Something along those lines. I mean, there's a few, isn't there? There's like, is it called Death on the Nile? There's a few different films like that. A Parisian homage to the golden age with a dash of Poirot and a dark modern heart. In the early hours of Christmas Eve, the sleeper train to the Highlands is derailed, along with the festive plans of its travellers, but that is only the beginning of their problems. When the body of one of the passengers is discovered in the locked room of her cabin, all the evidence points to murder. With the train stuck in the snow in the middle of nowhere, it's up to former Met Detective Roz Parker to find the killer before they strike again. But as the countdown to Christmas and their rescue begins, Roz discovers that there are many secrets on board this train, and many passengers with motives for murder. All aboard for Murder on the Christmas Express. A thrilling journey from start to finish. Yeah, I think it's going to be a very much, well, it is going to be a very much like whodunit, who did it, whatever the phrase is. All of the passengers seem suspicious in one way or another, and then it's going to be the passenger you least expect. That's my assumption. 18 passengers, 7 stops, 1 killer. Very cute book. It's got like the train tracks all the way around, and it's like red. Oh yeah, I guess you can tell there. Red like foil. Very, very pretty book. So yeah, I'm looking forward. I do like a bit of a murder mystery. I'm excited for that one. Okay, the penultimate book is The Christmas Bookshop by Jenny Colgan. I'm pretty sure I probably bought this purely because it's got a bookshop on the front. And this one is, I think it's a romance again. In snowy, bustling Edinburgh, a tired old bookshop needs sprucing up for Christmas. Carmen does not like accepting help, least of all from her perfect in every way older sister Sophia. But Carmen needs a job fast, and Sophia happens to know where she can find one. Mr. McCready's bookshop is in trouble. Dusty bookshelves are in disarray, and the old bell above the door hardly ever announces a new customer. If Mr. McCready doesn't turn things around by Christmas, he'll be forced to sell. Carmen is his last hope. Everyone is convinced it will take a miracle to save McCready's bookshop. Even Carmen, distracted by a rather handsome visitor, doesn't believe she can save the day. But it is possible that this Christmas, Carmen might surprise everyone, including herself. I wonder who the handsome visitor is going to be. Probably the person she falls in love with, and they live happily ever after. They save Mr. McCready's bookshop, and everyone just has a beautiful life. That's my assumption for this book, which again, sometimes you just need like the predictability of a nice book. I could also just be like, I haven't read it, so I could be just assuming that it's going to be a happily ever after, but I feel like these books typically are. But yeah, again, really cute book. The Christmas Bookshop. Nobody does cozy, get away from it all romance like Jenny Colgan. I'm not sure I've ever read a Jenny Colgan book. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I feel like I've said that for all of them, but I am looking forward to it. Obviously you don't read Christmas books all year round, so this is the time to get them all in, you know. So yeah, that is The Christmas Bookshop by Jenny Colgan. And then last but not least, we have the 19th Christmas by James Patterson and Maxine Patro, which looks like this, excuse the sticker, from the works. A Woman's Murder Club thriller. So I think this is A Woman's Murder Club. I think there is like a series of books that are all based in the Woman's Murder Club, but this is the only Christmas one, I think. So it says, Christmas is coming, but crime never stops for the Women's Murder Club. Sergeant Lindsay Boxer is looking forward to spending time with her family over the holidays, but when she receives a tip-off that the biggest heist ever to hit San Francisco is being planned for Christmas Day, everything changes. The architect of the ambitious attack unleashes chaos across the city, laying traps and false alarms to distract Lindsay and the SFPD with his ultimate goal. As time runs out, will Lindsay be able to save the people of San Francisco from a Christmas they'd never forget? Okay, I wonder who's getting murdered then, if it's part of the Women's Murder Club. There's also a dead person on the front with a gun next to him that kind of looks like the person who's doing the heist. The architect of the ambitious attack. I reckon that's him dead on the front, but I don't know. I think this is maybe going to be a little bit darker maybe than the others, but still sometimes, again, you need a little mix up, can't all be romance. It also looks like it's got like the dates and stuff of when things are happening, like part 2, December 22nd, and then it's all going to lead up to Christmas Day, I'm assuming. When does it start? So it starts on December 21st, so it's going to be just like the, oh no, the prologue is December 20th, so it's going to all lead up to Christmas Day, I'm assuming, and then it's going to, you know, something crazy is going to happen. So yeah, I feel like this is going to be one again where you're quite gripped by it. Smart characters, shocking twists, and a villain so evil you count down to the very last page. Oh, that sounds good. I'm looking forward. This might be one of the first ones I read. That sounds really good. So yeah, that's the last one on my Christmas / December TBR. So yeah, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I know it was quite a quick one, just going through my Christmas books, but yeah, I hope you did enjoy. If you did and you'd like to subscribe, I would really appreciate it. But other than that, I will see you in a bit.